Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to witness the debate of grade 10 Diamond. So we have our school head as our one of the judges, Sir Edwin. We have our teacher also in English, Ma'am Cecilio, and our senior teacher, Ma'am Escalade. Now we have two teams. On my right, we have the proposition team, Ms. Cano as the first speaker, the second speaker, Mr. Pitweles, and the third speaker, Ms. Bukhao. And on my left, the opposition team, we have Mr. Inao, we have also Ms. Pagaran, and also Ms. Gaditano. Now, the first to present their stance is the proposition team. The first speaker is Ms. Cano.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Life is better than knowledge. Yes, life is important than knowledge. Because if you have life, you can live. And you will not have knowledge if you don't have life. Knowledge, we can achieve it. We can make it. But life, God can make. So it's clear that life is better than knowledge. In the story of how Odin lost his eye, stated that Odin sacrificed his eye so that he will know what will happen in the future. If he will know what will happen in the future, he can modify those bad superstitions, a big no. He can prevent all of these things. So it's better to choose life than the knowledge. The skills that you get from experience, the ability of being aware, the fact of knowing something with familiarity gained through experience will vanish or disappear. All the sacrifices and all the things you've done will vanish. Knowledge is useless without our lives. Knowledge, we can achieve it without any of you. Odin sacrificed his life, even the life of his son, as a replacement of the mirror of life or the ability to see the future. He will do all things for the sake of his children. But if he will sacrifice his life or his eye, is there anything he can do to change? If you have life, you can do all things. You can live. Winning over the challenges is not all about knowledge. You cannot use your knowledge without your life. Yes, knowledge can be a legacy, but the life, there is no extension, there is no replacement. Knowledge is useless in our life, but some of the people becomes insane. There are some of the people who are very knowledgeable persons become insane. Their life becomes miserable because of that. Yes.
So, according to your speech, that you say that life is better than knowledge. Now, what is the essence of your life if you don't have any knowledge?
God gave us a wisdom and knowledge. It depends on us. It depends on us on what we are going to use it. Some of the people are not using their knowledge. They are using their skills and talents.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, as an opposition side, that knowledge is more important than life. So, we need to know first what is knowledge. Knowledge is a familiarity, awareness, or understanding of someone or something such as facts, information, descriptions of skills, which is acquired through experience by educating, by perceiving, or discovering or learning. Knowledge can refer to a theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. It can be implicit with a theoretical understanding of a subject. It can be more or less formal or systematic. In philosophy, the study of knowledge is called epistemology. So according to the philosopher Plato, famously defined knowledge as justified their belief. Through this definition is now agreed by most analytic philosophers to be problematic because of their greater problems. So now, we can say that knowledge is more important than life because knowledge is power, knowledge is important. Yes, we can also say that knowledge is, I mean, life is also important. But now in our life, knowledge is more important because your knowledge can help you progress in your life. You can live peacefully and you have an abundant life. Another. Now, according to the story, how Odin lost his eye. So Odin used his knowledge to know how to protect his people. Odin didn't ruin his life because first thing that Odin do is his knowledge. Another, if you can use your knowledge, your life will be still. So your life will be still because of your knowledge. Then you can protect your life with knowledge because if you have no life, your life will be easily gone. You don't know how to escape the problems, obstacles in our life. Another, knowledge is more important than life because we can't live in this world without knowledge. That for full of problems, trials, disappointments, frustrations, or threats that we need to surpass in our life. Another, we know that knowledge is important. If you can see now, there are many that they use their knowledge, they progress their knowledge. So they can be a professionals, the other engineers, a pilots, a ships, and so many other that use their knowledge for their successive life. Another, the definition of knowledge is a matter of ongoing debate among philosophers in the field of epistemology. The classical definition described but now ultimately endorsed by Plato specifies that a statement most justified through belief. Additional requirement that we do not want to say that those who meet any of these conditions through a defect, flaw, or failure have knowledge. Richard Karam suggests that our definition of knowledge requires that evidence first necessitates its truth. That now. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can say that knowledge is important to us because knowledge is power. Thank you.
You have said that knowledge is power. But how will you achieve knowledge without your life?
So, according to your question, that how will we achieve our life without knowledge? Because we are here. So, according to your question, we can say that how will we use our knowledge if we don't have life? Because God created us. God created us with a life, with a knowledge to grow and multiply. If you can see now, we are here. We are here standing in this world. We are here living in this world. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the proposition side, life is better than knowledge. We are fortunate because our God gave us life to live. So we need to utilize it in good things. We need to esteem the grace that have given to us. That grace is what we call life. Life is a period of time when a person is alive, having a power to create or support. So using our life, we can create many things to do, like gardening, farming, cooking, even eating. We need more knowledge we don't need more knowledge in gardening because we don't even using addition, subtraction, multiplication, even addition in planting crops. Like what Rachel Jane said, knowledge can make us insane. Yes, you've said that using knowledge can make us being a professional like pilot, nurses, engineers, and so on. But how could you come up in the position without using life? Your provision will be disappear if you will die or if you don't have knowledge. So it's clear that life is much important than knowledge. Based on the story of how Odin lost his eye, Odin sacrificed his bright blue eyes to better know what will happen or how he will do to protect the life of the men and women of the earth from the hate of the giants. So it's clear that life is better than knowledge.
What is the importance of life if you don't have any knowledge?
The importance of life, even you don't have knowledge, you can use your life using, creating good things, like you can utilize it in many good things, like sharing grace to others.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So as an opposition side, knowledge is more important than life. How you use your life if you don't have knowledge? Seriously, you look like a doll that exists in this world. Knowledge is important than life because the thing about it is that without knowledge, somebody would know nothing. His or her existence is pointless. Yes, knowledge will be pointless if you don't have life. But note it, with the knowledge of human in making a human or infant helps the existence of one's individual. So life comes after the knowledge on how we are created. What I mean is, the knowledge of a man and woman in making a baby helps form a life inside mom's womb. Knowledge is more important than life. Yes, well, based on the story how Odin lost his eyes, on the second paragraph, on the second sentence, it says that Odin was the one who made the green land on the earth. So with the knowledge of Odin on making that place sought for a better life for a man and woman. The weight of elves points the flower and made the bed of strings. The weight wherein the ugly dwarfs forged iron and metals, made tools and weapons, dug gold and silver out from earthland. The way of cutting grain and grounding the floor from the farmers. What made you think that helped them come out with that idea? Well, it's because of their knowledge, with the use of their brain, with their nice idea of thinking help those humans have a comfortable life. With the knowledge of Odin, it helps those humans' life to be protected against those evil creatures that exist in the world. Well, we all know the flow of the story. Odin sacrificed his one eye to see the events that's going to happen in the future with thoughts that captured by his brain. He can easily think of a possible ways that solve this scenario he saw on the wheel. He can easily end it with a good plan. Knowledge is more important than life. Physically, without knowledge, the world would be pointless because there would be no knowledge that might be used by humans to keep making new life, enhancing things. Not now. What are the ways of making your way of living easy and comfortable? In survival, how you fight or defend yourself from the others if you don't know how to protect yourself. With knowledge, we can easily get a job. We will have the opportunity to become successful in our career. With knowledge, we will be in a position to make our community, even the world, a much better place. It gives meaning to our existence, to the life we have, on what is the reason we exist. So knowledge is more important to us. Yes.
What is the importance of knowledge in our life?
Knowledge is important because how can God make every existence in this world if he doesn't have any knowledge?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In the proposition side, life is important than knowledge. Life is important than knowledge. Yes, life is important than knowledge because God showered many things. He gave us heartily that no need to pay back, that gods of all gods. Living this world so hard, you need a shell to survive. Knowledge is that you need. It is an immortal thing. As long as you live, you need to face your problem. Through this experience, learning is the one you develop. Valuing the life is God's pleasure. Taking rest of life is a leisure. It's God's challenge to make life stronger. Having life is all you need for. Life is more important, as what the Bible said, God's give His life for His people. That's how important the life is. Knowledge can change at all times, but life can replace at a time. So as long you have this life, don't stop doing things that makes you happy. But knowledge is just a part of your life. Yes, it's true that it's all you need. But what's the use of this if you're gone in this world? Life is important than knowledge. Life is the greatest gift. It is once only in your life. Life is worthless and irreplaceable. Knowledge can alter your life. It can give you a life that you dream of. But knowledge is just enough to life. To change it, comes knowledge is continuous.
If life is better than knowledge, how do you define knowledge by your own understanding?
For me, knowledge is awareness of something or the state of being aware of something.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At the opposition side, knowledge is better than life. So in the paragraph entitled, How Odin Lost His Eye, Odin said to the old man, You who hold the knowledge of the past and the future in your magic water, let me have but one sip. Then I can know enough to protect the men and women of the earth from the hate of giants. So Odin wants to drink the magic water to know the past and future to protect the men and women from the hate of giants. So if we get the basis in the reality, knowledge is power. Knowledge is important to everyone because knowledge helps us to earn money to live continuously in this world. With the guide of knowledge to have a decision making. Like Odin, his responsibility is to protect the men and women against from the hate of giants. So knowledge is the fact or condition of being aware of something that range of one information or understanding. So knowledge is the body of truth, information and principles acquired by humankind. We know that life is constant. It's very important because it's God-given. Life is a gift of God that never will be changed. But how you become a better person if you have no knowledge? So the importance of knowledge is we have a learning that gets by educating to our life.
How did you know that knowledge is important?
So knowledge is the fact or condition of being aware of something, that range of one's information or understanding. Also knowledge is the body of truth and information and principles acquired by humans.
Knowledge is useless. Life is the best.
Knowledge is important, knowledge is power.
Okay, thank you. So any question from the audience? Okay, so we have a question from the audience.
Can you convince us that life is better than knowledge?
So the question should be answered from the proposition team. What is your question? How can you convince that life is better than knowledge?
As what I've said, we can achieve knowledge, but life only God can make.
Okay, any more questions? Okay, so we have another question.
Opposition team, convince us knowledge is more important than life.
So, as what I said to my speech, knowledge can make your life become successive, progressive because of your knowledge.
Okay, not maybe successive but successful, no? So correction. Okay, so thank you for the job well done. Thank you also for our judges, Sir, Ma'am Susilio, and Ma'am Escalante. Let us give a big round of applause for the job well done. So the debate is based on our story, how Odin lost his eyes. Okay, thank you very much.